Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about The Revenant, directed by Alejandro. No, I should not say that. Alejandro Gonzalez Inarritu. I do not know how to pronounce that if you couldn't tell by how much I butchered that. But this is, of course, the famous for me for one thing, and it's that Leo finally won his Oscar for this movie. So I was curious. I noticed this movie was on Netflix, and I was like, okay. So I was of the belief that Leonardo deserves his Oscar for The Wolf of Wall Street. And if you've seen my previous reviews on this channel, you'll know I was cheesing over the review, cheesing throughout the review because I was like, oh my god, it's my favorite performance ever. So I was like, okay, let me watch the movie which gave Leo his Oscar, right? Now, whether or not he deserved an Oscar for this role is debatable, obviously, and I am in that debate as well because I don't completely agree, but do I also disagree? Doesn't matter because this movie is incredible. First of all, I heard this movie got the Oscar for cinematography. Well deserved. I think this movie is maybe top one in terms of cinematography. It's a stunning film. It looks fantastic. It looks mind blowingly amazing. Every shot is a painting. The only other movie which I think comes close with how gorgeous it looks is maybe the Grand Budapest Hotel, but they have different vibes altogether, so I can't really put them in the same lane. Incredible. This movie has your beautiful sweeping shots, it has your landscape shots. It really looks stunning. I am in love with how this movie looks. And as for the story, I liked it. I think there was a lot of debate on whether people like this movie or not. I didn't realize that there would be polarizing reactions to this movie because when I finished it, I was like, that was an incredible movie I just watched. And I couldn't, like, this is one of those movies where I wouldn't say it's a 5 out of 5 for me, only because there's a lack of personal connection I felt after I finished it. But I don't understand how people didn't like this film. I mean, if your whole main criticism of this film is it's slow, I mean, I don't know what to say because I think that's what makes this movie good for me. The fact that it really takes its time out and the scenes just look beautiful and it's just so hauntingly beautiful. I love how this movie takes its time. And I I mean, I'm sure if it was any other movie, I would have felt like, okay, it's dragging a bit. Okay, this is kind of a bit long. But I didn't feel that with this movie at all. I thought it was great. Leonardo is actually he's doing a great job in this film, and he might just be one of my favorite actors ever if I'm considering everything I've seen him in. Like, you don't even realize in this movie that he barely speaks. Like, he has a few dialogues at the start, and I'm trying not to get into spoiler territory. But yeah, there is a point, like, about 80% of the movie, he's not speaking. And you almost forget he can't speak because you're so like he's so in character, like he's just being this man who's hurt, and he just plays. Actually, I'm trying to see. Yeah, Hugh Glass, which is also based on a real life event, which was much more worse, by the way. I would really recommend you guys look it up on YouTube if you haven't already. Like the actual Hugh Glass, who dealt with something way worse than what Leo dealt with in this film. But it's incredible. I think this movie does such a great job of really, for me, and I understand this is a polarizing thing, right? So I know there are people who are going to agree with me and people who found this movie like boring and stuff, which I really don't get. I think Tom Hardy is giving one of his career best performances, maybe not the best, because off the top of my head, I can't really remember what's the best Tom Hardy performance, but man, he just really is the character, along with Leo in this. Will Poulter as well. I think, yeah, Dom. There's a H in the middle, so it's Dom H. Noll Gleason, basically Mr. Gleason. Let's just call him that. He plays the captain in this movie, and I thought he also was a pretty good standout performance for me. I think for me it was Tom Hardy and Leo, where they both really just give it their all. Tom Hardy especially is just very natural in his character. Excellent acting from his side. Although it does feel like he's played a lot of characters like this, like just like this scruffy man who is tired of the world. It kind of reminds me of Alfie from Peaky Blinders, if any of you have watched that. But Leonardo is absolutely just dissolved in this role. And yeah, really good acting. I'm really happy with how simple the story was. I don't need something too complex. I don't need something which requires me to follow three different storylines, because many movies try to do that and fail. I like that we're following one man's journey from back from dead, back from being dead. And I really like that. I think The Revenant does a great job in really pulling me into its world, because I was so glued throughout. Like, I didn't realize how long the movie was, because it was just so beautiful to look at. And I love that. And yeah, I don't have much else to add other than I think this is one of the best movies I've seen. It's not a five because it doesn't really scratch that itch where I'm like, this was a perfect movie and I will defend it till the end. But objectively speaking, this is like an incredible film. It's just really, really good. So, if I had to give it a rating, probably a 4.5. Jesus, excuse me. Probably a 4.5 out of 5. I think it's a wonderful film. I think everyone deserves to watch this film. And yeah, I'm so happy it won the Oscar for cinematography, because that would have been the biggest Oscar rob of all time, because this movie deserves it. But anyway, that's going to be it from me. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.